Welcome to Jumpers for Goalposts, your weekly non-league programme for the Midlands. We're going to start off this week with the FA Cup and I must offer congratulations to AFC Telford United, to Stourbridge, to Kidderminster Harriers and to Hereford. And let's see how Hereford got through at the expense of Hornchurch. Good win there for Hereford at Edgar Street. Their reward, if it is a reward, is the long trip to Eastleigh from the National League, and that game will be held on the 21st. It's going to be held in a couple of weeks' time anyway. We'll preview it when we get there. In the FA Vars, Highgate United played Pershore Town on Tuesday night. Interesting one, this one. Pershore reinstated after Whitchurch Alport had fielded an ineligible player. Highlights from this game.
By Tomchak, partially tackled by Aaron Brown, but the ball's in. That's amazing. It fell to Tomchak and he's benefited from some hesitation in the Highgate defence, and Pershore have taken the lead here. Side throw, Curry slipping it inside. They've managed to keep possession. I think that's Adagio with the ball. Back it goes to Wilcock. In comes the right foot cross. It's headed out by the visitors. There's a chance for a shot. There's a low shot. There's another chance now. There's a left foot attempt, and that's in the corner. And I think that's Josh Hawker equalising, as the Pershore defence just couldn't get the ball away. And 1-1. And deserved really, I suppose, on the play. Catlow's long ball towards Lee Brown, holding off Waldron. But it's Whittaker who gets it clear to Hayward. Using Whittaker again. Mathewson making the move down the right, but the ball's short, and that should be tackled. That's well played, but only as far as Rickards. And Rickards gets the ball inside. A layoff by Adagio. Curry trying to get onto it, but it's Townsend who plays it long, and it's a really good ball. And Clark is actually onto that. He cuts inside and tries a right foot shot, and it's in.
Well done, Quinn.
Jamie Clark cutting inside from the left-hand side, and it's 2-1. Right side corner for Highgate, and they're turning the screw a little bit at the moment, and Pershore, with that 2-1 lead, of course, have something to hold on to now. Here comes the ball. It's a nasty one, and the goalkeeper's in a mess, and he's knocked it into his own net, I think, and it's maybe Hawker's goal, maybe an own goal, but 2-2. Curry picks up the throw. In comes the cross. Lee Brown trying to lever himself into some kind of space, but the ball's broken for the visitors. Picked up by Robbins. Robbins getting it forward. Nice little touch by Lee Brown, working it with Adagio, but Devlin comes away with the ball for Pershore. Right foot pass, bounces up and strikes Aaron Brown on the thigh. Good touch by Wilcock. Hawker going back. Brian plays it long, finds Carruthers. Carruthers, back it goes. A little pass, that's neat, and Carruthers is in an attacking position now on that right hand side. It's played inside to Curry. And Highgate now pressing, bit between teeth time. Carruthers. A nice turn inside. Well, there's got to be a chance now. That's a good run. And there's the low ball into the middle, and somehow, oh, it's got to be in. And it is in. And it's 3-2. I think it must be Lee Brown, or yes, it must be Lee Brown who's got it. What a messy goal. Carruthers, is he fouled? No. Haywood is tackled, and Carruthers makes the run. That's a great ball inside. Adagio now must lob the keeper, and he has lobbed the keeper, and it's 4-2. Great finish. Ball goes through, and Carruthers in the penalty area. There's the ball, played for Hawker, and that's 5-2. That is a good finish. Sensibly played, and Pershore are well behind now. Unselfish. Corner to be taken by Wilcock. Curry now, what's he going to do with this? Back to Wilcock. Wilcock. Back to Curry. Curry to Hawker. Hawker bounces forward, and Hawker goes after that. Wilcock would have been offside. Curry couldn't find the pass, but it's rebounded to Wilcock. Back it goes to Hawker. Hawker to Thomas. Thomas to Curry. Little touch by Curry. Thomas, nice ball to Wilcock. This is a really good piece of possession. Right foot cross, headed out, smacked away by Priest. As far as Curry. Curry to Carruthers. Carruthers has got Thomas running in front of him, but back it goes to Curry. And he steps over the ball and comes the other way. Hawker has got Wilcock this side. Brown picks it up. It's a long time since the visitors had more than one touch, and there's the pass made, and that's onside for Wilcock. Can he now take that? Gets in the cross. It's and it's in, I think. It is. A brilliant cross by Wilcock, and it's Adagio, I think, who's got it in at the far post. Keeper couldn't reach it, and it's 6-2.
The goals there, and that coverage was courtesy of the Modog. More about the Modog later, with some cracking coverage from Division 3 of the Midland Football League. In the evo-stick Premier Division, it's been a good week for Hinckley Town. 2 wins there, but a shocking week for Rushall Olympic. 2 defeats, and on Tuesday night, a 7-1 hammering at the hands of Grantham Town. An awful lot of work to be done at Dales Lane if they are going to resurrect their season. In the evo-stick South, it's all change at Market Drayton when long-serving manager Martin Davis was shown the door after a 2-1 defeat at Alf Church on Tuesday night. We're expecting a decision imminently as to who their manager is. Lots of rumours circulating, but I'm not going to mention rumours, but I think I know who it is. Leaders Cleethorpes Town were 3-0 down at home to Belper Town on Wednesday evening. A shock scoreline there. The Owls have been in cracking form. Brought it back. Belper then 4-2 ahead. Cleethorpes are made of stern stuff these days. Brought it back. 4-4 draw there. They're still top, but both them and Baseford dropping points this week. Into the Midland, the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. I've got to start mentioning this, must mention the sponsors. Coleshill Town are definitely the ones to catch. Let's see their highlights from the game against Hinckley Town. Coverage courtesy of Hinckley Town TV.
I'm going to be one of them that's going to stand in front of the camera.
There's always one, isn't there?
Have you seen the Italian newsman? Dead serious.
They crack me up, especially when the reporter bites back.
Yeah.
I've seen where the reporters like clocked someone and stuff.
Here we go. One time's up, boys.
Okay, I'm here with manager Glenn Clarence and assistant manager Steve Hamilton and Paul Postlethwaite following the 2-1 defeat at Coleshill Town. And Glenn, a difficult one to take today, conceding a last-minute goal, especially as we battled so well in the second half and looked pretty comfortable in the first half. What did you make of the game?
Yeah, I think you've summed it up there, Chris. I wouldn't say we were comfortable at any point in the game. They're top of the league for a reason, because they're a good side. But I think we proved that we were a good side. So we got an early goal, and the lads put a proper shift in. I think we probably could have and should have scored a couple more goals in the first half. One certainly Gilter's chance, if not two. But as I've said in there, the game's won and lost in both boxes. So we should do better in their box in the first half to get more than one goal, and we certainly should do better in our box in the last minute. So that's why it's so raw, and lads heads are down for a reason, because they've got the right shift today. And I thought we were camped in our half as big spells of the second half, but again, not that that's to be expected, but you're playing the top of the league at their place. So credit to the lads for everything they've done today. I think they've done well, they've worked hard, but for me it's a cheap goal. The last goal, the win, is cheap, and we should do a lot better. So very disappointing in that aspect, but to say that we've come to Coleshill, top of the league, expected to win the league, and are disappointed to lose is where we're at. So again, credit to the lads for where we're at, but we have to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off and go again, Chris. But certainly it's disappointing to lose in the manner that we did, but credit to the lads, they gave everything.
Okay, and Hamo, just touching on what Glenn said there about the chances created in the first half. This is Coleshill Town are top of the league and by a few points as well, and we've come here and especially in the first half created a few very good chances to score a few more goals to take a further lead in the game. You must have been pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm glad you've worded the question, Chris, because they're sort of my feelings on it. Of course, straight after the game you're disappointed, and particularly in the way that you've conceded, because it was a cheap goal, and we gave them a good opportunity a minute or two before on the back post. I don't know whether I saw it from a different angle, but it just looked like a tap-in and they didn't do it.
Come on, Ida!
We certainly should. I mean, the ball that Greg's put in first half looked like a routine side foot in goal. Give benefit to the keeper, really. I think he's made a good save. But I thought that we should have gone in at half time up. That doesn't happen. I think we've just got to put some balance on it. This group of individuals are a pleasure to work with, but it's not the finished article. So for our expectation as you come out after a game and you're disappointed, however you've lost it, but yeah, I had no real criticism of the lads. It's part of their development, and if they keep learning, sound, because we've not been disgraced here at Coleshill, I'll tell you that. Because for me, we probably deserve a point. If we'd have come away winning it, I don't think anybody could have argued. But I mean, even after they've scored that goal, we've still had a couple of opportunities in the box. It's the way it is.
It's right. I mean, it was a last-minute tackle really on Wilkinson.
Yeah.
On Wilkinson just before he could pull the trigger.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, your question is balanced, and it's nice to hear it. You know, I hope the fans see it the same as that, because I see it the same as that. But we're disappointed, yeah, I can't say a lot more.
And Pos, defensively, pretty much again throughout the game, we kept them at bay. They kept coming in the second half, but the defence stood strong, especially Ralston at the back and Nick Hall, the centre-back partnerships. Does that make the defeat even more difficult to take than knowing that it was the last-minute goal, having stood strong for so long?
Yeah, I think we defended well as an 11, not just Nick and Sean. Everyone got behind the ball when they needed to. We worked hard. We did the doggies. Everyone tracked the man, but it's okay defending for 95% of a game, because that 5% can kill you. Today I do think 2 soft goals have done us, and as a defender I will pick bits out of it all week until we play again, and I know we can do things better, and the lads know we can do things a little bit better. But yeah, we did defend fantastically well, but that little lapse of concentration will kill you.
And Glenn, finally, on to Highgate at home next week. Will it be difficult to pick the players up after this game, or will they see the positives in the performance?
Well, that's what we've tried to say in the change room afterwards, Chris. That not only the lads were disappointed, because, as we've said, to concede late on after you've defended so well, that's going to knock you. But like I've said, and I've said on here just before, that we were wrote off before we kicked the ball. So credit to the lads for how well they've done up to date in the season. Credit to the lads for today. Like Ammo said, we weren't disgraced. So they've got to take praise there, and they've got to hold their heads high there. And again, that's why it's so disappointing to lose in the last minute. We've not lost in the last minute to the bottom of the league, we've lost in the last minute to the top of the league. So the lads should be proud that they're even in that position. That doesn't take away the disappointment. But we'll train midweek, and we've got to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and on to the next one. But the lads need to be proud, and of course it's got to hurt. If it didn't hurt, they shouldn't be playing. So they'll know that. They're more they're more disappointed like us that we've conceded late on after being so well. That's better than being beat 5-0. So they don't need picking up, in my opinion. They should be proud of themselves and move on to the next one.
We look forward to the next game next Saturday against Highgate at home. Thank you.
A good win there for Coleshill, albeit rather tight, and there'll be more from the Coalmen later in the programme. Bromsgrove Sporting are chasing the Coalmen hard. Let's see the goals from their game at South Normanton Athletic. Come on, Connor. Good enough. Play, Jonah. Come on, Brian. The ball. Come on, James. Ball.
That's a foul.
How do I go back?
Oh, play, James.
Okay, you were right. Cowley. Maybe I should just hold the phone.
Come on, Sean. Yeah, good, Joyce. Come on, Robbie. Come on, Joyce. Well played, Jason. Great ball. Come on, Reece. Oh. Come on, Robbie. Well done, Chief. Stay with him, Jace. Go on, Josh. Yes, good ball. Go on, Robbie. Through the door. Good ball. Come on, Patrick, get it in. Okay. There. Come on, Chick. Go on, Josh.
Pretty well, this is now.
Come on, Bromsgrove. AFC Wolfrunians have surprised an awful lot of people, not least themselves, with the position they find themselves in. Their latest game was away at Coventry United last Saturday. Here are the highlights courtesy of Coventry United TV.
Turtle on the right hand side. McDonald, will he get the cross in? It's into the area. Jamie Cohen tries to clear, and it's fallen now to Harrison, and it's surely got to be a first goal. Jamie Cohen pushes the player to the ground, and now through for Harrison, and heroic defended by Rich Morris. It's a royal scramble in the area, and it ends in a goal for Wolfrunians. Daly with the goal. Joseph Daly finishing off a frantic move. The ball's like a pinball in that penalty area. But despite the best efforts of Rich Morris making a crucial save, the defence just couldn't clear it. And there was Daly to smash it into the net. And Coventry United are behind after 6 minutes. The worst possible start for Terry Anderson's men. Rich Morris on the ball, looking for an option. Long ball forward. Doesn't find Chris Cox, but it will fall to Scott Hammond. Molly wants it in the area. Reed's in there as well. Ball towards Craig Reed, flicks it up. Overhead kick perhaps when he was thinking about it, but it was beaten to the ball. And Lewis Rankin carried away well by Bateman. And the job finished off by the centre-back, Tom Ray, taking no chances and punting it out for a throw-in. Turton picks it up on the edge of the area, volleys it in. Brodie Williams nods it towards goal, and that just edges wide. Morris scrambled across his goal to try and get a hand on it. He saw that he didn't need to and let it go out for a goal kick, but that was a dangerous moment for the Red and Greens. Put up by Musa, square for Palmer. Will he try one? Well, he might have done with a fantastic challenger. His opposite number 8 and his opposite captain, Chris Cox. Lovely ball played forward by Rankin. Now it's on Craig Reed. Molly wants it in the area. He sees him now, squares it. This is Rankin's moment. Crucial challenge from behind by Palmer. It's come back to Lewis Rankin! Equaliser for the Red and Greens. And Lewis Rankin on the score sheet again. Well, the goals have dried up a little bit for Coventry United in September. That's just the 14th goal in all competitions during the month of September for the Red and Greens. But if there's a goal for Coventry United, Lewis Rankin is usually one way or another involved in it. Able to find the left back Craig Gregg just in time. Harrison closed down by Barnett. Harrison able to find the goal scorer Daly. Overruns that one, and Dave Molly makes the challenge, and now it's Chris Cox to run down the right hand side. Molly wants it, he's got a bit of space to work with. He's found Dave Molly, now Craig Reed over the crossbar. Oh, what a chance! What a chance! Well, Dave Molly could have had a go himself, but saw Reed in a lot of space on that left-hand side. He really should have buried that one, but he sent it over the crossbar, and the best chance of the match goes begging. That could have been a turnaround complete for Coventry United, but it remains at 1-1. Great control by Lewis Rankin to bring it to feet. Into the area, cross made, Bateman gets a hand to it. Dave Molly! How hasn't he scored? Crucial defending from Wolfrunians' Tom Ray, who slid in. Molly got the shots away and went straight onto the boot of Tom Ray.
Today's 50-50 draw, 5-9-4.
Brisbane nods it away from danger, cleared by Lewis Rankin after that throw. Molly chases it. Molly gets to it. Reed makes himself available in the area. Dave Molly goes it alone. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. penalty! Well, that strike is the fitting of a former England under-17 international. His first goal for Coventry United, a special goal and a crucial goal for Dave Molly. Palmer tries to get it back in, a crucial challenge made by Dave Molly, striding away. Hudson's in a decent position, you can find him, but Molly's going all on his own here. It's Dave Molly, he's still going into the area. Chip pass towards Lewis Rankin. Molly, will he shoot? He will, he just tracks it wide. Well, that would have been one of the goals of the season. Incredible run by Dave Molly. Little chip pass to find Lewis Rankin on the left-hand side of the box. Rankin returned it to Molly. He got the shots away. He couldn't divert it into the net. Rankin wants it. He's found Chris Cox, who tries to find Rankin. Block made by Daly, but Cox wins it back. Quinn, now Craig Reed in the area. Will he shoot? Craig Reed! Oh, what a save! What a save by Bateman! I was about to say, can he find the net? Unfortunately, no, he couldn't. Craig Reed had some brilliant chances. He did well to hit the target. It was a well-driven shot. It was only the heroics of Bateman who has pulled off some pretty decent saves against United in the past. He's kept Reed out here. It remains at 2-1. Morris's clearance, nodded forward by Daly, the goal scorer. Turton turns Rob Prince opportunity for an equaliser here. Out wide to Harrison. Morris goes low and makes the save. And a penalty! It's a penalty to AFC Wilfridians. Well, Rich Morris seemed to get the ball there, but he did get Harrison. And Harrison, who scored against United in the previous meeting earlier this month, has done the damage again for Wolverhamptonians. He may not have scored a goal, but he may have just created one. But I've got to say, I do not agree with that decision whatsoever. Morris has gone down low, he's got the ball. Yes, he's taken out Harrison in the process, but he's got the ball first. I can't see why the referee has given that. But it is going to be a penalty. And we said that Harrison may not have scored the goal, but he's created it. He may well be scoring the goal himself. He's taking the penalty, and Jamie Coleman standing over the ball, playing a few mind games. Well, it's worked before, so you can't blame Coleman. Well, Rich Morris has got to try and atone for that foul. United fans will believe, as I do, that it's a pretty soft penalty. It may well be a soft goal, and it is, straight down the middle. And AFC Wolverhamptonians are level again. Harrison finds the overlap of McDonald. Cross put in, and a head onto the post. And what a save by Morris! Well, Parker can't believe that he didn't score. Free header onto the post. The rebound came to Parker's feet and was kept out by Morris's feet at point-blank range. Well, AFC Wolverhamptonians will wonder how on earth they are not leading. Picked up by Williams, a lofty ball, Turton's onside, and another brilliant save by Rich Morris. Quinn, looking for Molly in the penalty area. Crucial header by Tom Ray, but Rankin barges in and wins the ball back for United. Rankin just wide! Well, Wolverhamptonians wouldn't have been happy with that, as their defender was barged to the ground by Rankin. It was a little forceful, but it was legal. And Rankin just couldn't quite find the bottom corner. Rolls wide. Turton switches the play on the right-hand side for Mitch McDonald. Taking on Chris Cox, he's got Harrison out wide, finds Harrison. Towards the far post, a crucial header by Prince, and it comes to Timmer! AFC Wolverhamptonians may have just snatched the 3 points. The hoodoo continues. United have lost their previous 3 meetings with Wolverhamptonians. They may be about to lose the 4th. And it's Timmer with the winner. Parker wins the header and nods it away. Coleman swinging a miss, and Turton onto the ball now, races towards the goal. This will seal it. Into the area, Timmer, 4! The substitute at the double, Nazar Timmer, puts the exclamation point on the 4-2 win. Dave Molly, Chris Cox swipes the ball away from the Wolverhampton's attacker, but it's all over. What is it about AFC Wolverhamptons? 4 times Coventry United have played them, 4 times Coventry United have lost.
Into the Midland Football League Division 1. Last Saturday, I went to the top of the table game between Studley and Heather St John's at the Beehive. What an absolute cracker it was too. It finished 2-2, but the goal from Josh Westwood for Studley, I just wish it had been filmed. 30 yards, top corner, no chance of smelling that. Couple of keepers on the line, wouldn't have stopped it. Great result, and just a cracking afternoon's football considering the weather was awful. And Atherstone Town took on Paget Rangers at the Mark Webster Community Stadium. Here are the highlights, courtesy of Mark Brooks.
Here's a Cole Turner. Oh, it's a delightful ball. It's Luke Shortouch. Can he finish? Oh, it's just over. Good chance for the Iders. It's Danny Carter. Moves it. Oh, it comes off. Dear. Eggy does well. Oh, it's a lovely ball. It's Danny Harris. It's a great ball across. Alex Norton. And oh dear, Mark Chester. How can that be offside? Well, I tell you what, Mark, I think it's another mistake. Oh dear, oh dear. Good ball. Here's Craig on the left-hand side. Oh, good turn. Oh, he's still there, Dempster! And yes, Ross Dempster has given Paget Rangers the lead against a runner play, I have to say, but, well, Adders have got to take these chances. And this is Danny Carter, the unstoppable goal-scoring machine. Oh, he's done well. And he's just dragged his shot wide. Give it to, oh, well done by Danny Harris. Still Danny. Oh, and Josh Benton makes a good save. It's Norts. Danny Harris again. Yes, it's a magnificent finish. Norts did really well. He went to shoot, Danny stopped. That made Josh Benton go to ground and lifted it over him. Superb finish. It's now 1-1. Okay, it's a free kick to Paget Rangers. Can they grab a winner? And pull a smile on Mr. Lance's face. Oh, it's a good effort. Oh, what a great save for Mouse. Superb save.
And staying in Division 1, keep watching the programme for news from Walsall Wood and also for highlights from their game in midweek against Toxteth Town. Into the Division 2 of the Midland Football League, NKF Burbage opened up a 3-point lead, a good win for them last weekend. Hampton a second, but watch out for Smithswood Firs, another good win for them, 4-1 away at Redditch Borough. Smithswood are on a charge and could really be in with the promotion reckoning, I reckon, the way they're playing. Into Division 3, with the top 2 sides in cup action, there was a chance for league newcomers Bartus to move into second place. We have some extended highlights now, courtesy of Peter Rayner. Peter is otherwise known as the Modog. Please check out his blog and also follow him on Twitter. You will not be disappointed. But here is the extended highlights of Bartus against Leamington Hibernian.
In Herefordshire today to see Bartus FC play Leamington Hibs, who've only managed to bring a team of 11 men on the day. The hosts are third in the league at the moment, lying behind GNP Sports and FC Stratford, and the visitors are actually last but one place. The hosts have won 4 of their 5 games, losing just the first one against Boldmere. and they've scored 15 goals, just 5 against, whereas the visitors have just drawn 2 of their 5 games, scoring 7 times and conceding 22. The visitors' top goal scorer is Ainsley Francis with 3, and the hosts, who've lost a couple of players to university returns on this day, they've got a top scorer of Lewis Mann, and he scored 6. Young team, apparently Bartus. It's my first visit here, and Leamington Hibs have got a lot of work to do just with 11 men. Here come the hosts again. It's a good run. Is this Ellis? I think it is. It's a low shot. He slips. The ball bounces off a couple of players there, and Neil gets it out to the left-hand side, and New looking to get in the pass. He's found Ellis, edge of the area. His touch is a little bit loose, and free kick's given away. Free kick probably 23 yards out for Bartus, and it looks like the right back Clark is setting this up, although Hibbard is there alongside him with the left-footed option. There's a 3-man wall directly in front of the kicker. And here's the shot from Clark, and that's much too high. Ellis doing very well again, and can he keep this in? I think he probably can. He's got a couple of men in the middle, no real height, mind you, and that's headed out clearly towards Lucas by Guest, and Lucas taking his time. There's one back though. Ball's played right by Neil to New hitting it powerfully towards the roof of the net, but it's just over the crossbar. Good effort by the forward. Won by Neil, and Hibbard gets it left towards Ellis. Ellis now. Is he going to clip the ball in? But it's hit well over the crossbar. Played forward to the edge of the penalty area. There's a right foot shot, and that's gone wide from Mann. Neil outside of right foot, but straight to a defender. Wins it back and gets kicked for his efforts, and that's going to come. The goalkeeper's dived, and he's got it. Marshall to take the free kick for the visitors, but headed forward by Hibbard. Dan Lucas again looking to create something with his touch of the ball. He tries a shot actually, and the goalkeeper manages to smother it in the end. First shot in anger from Leamington Hibs, and it's taken just over half an hour. New setting up Ellis again. Pass this time finding Man will shoot, and that's just gone over the crossbar. Shemwell coming into view to Neil. Out it goes to the left-hand side. Hibbard inside. There's a chance for Shemwell. It's palmed away by the keeper, but no home player goes to try and get to the rebound, and it's chested back by Guest into Marshall's arms. Andrews sliding in again with Shemwell this time. But the hosts get it away. It's on the ground, and Hibbard knocks it left. That's better. New trying to stay onside here. Inside it goes to Ellis. Ellis swings it out to the right-hand side, and New will get onto that. Pushes it in low. Man gets to it, but his touch is a little bit too harsh. Ball is cleared by Leamington, and it's been won back because Lucas slipped, and Ellis shoots, and again it's over the crossbar. Jones with the right side corner for Leamington. Outswinger. It's come to the edge of the penalty area. Lucas's shot, left-footed, just over the crossbar. Good try by the ex-Coventry United midfielder. And gets a little touch on that. And good challenging by defender O'Driscoll, who's looking like he's carrying a bit of an injury as well. It's a throw on the left-hand side for the hosts. And Marshall must be wondering how long his team can keep Bartus out. But they've done well enough. Lucas gets it away, but only as far as Ellis. And Ellis tries another curling shot, but straight to the keeper this time. With this free kick just before half-time. Neil has come close for it, and he's got it, edge of the area. Gets past the man, tries a shot, goalkeeper holds it just inside his near post. Free kick right on half time here, and Shemwell looks to be the one who's going to take it with his left foot. Referee having words with Mann and Francis. And so the left back will clip this ball in. Not a great deal of height here at all for the home side. Up go the heads, and it's nodded away only as far as New volleys it over the hedge. It's half time here at Bartus Tree, and both sides have struggled to make any really good opportunities, and some of the shooting by the hosts has been pretty wayward, too high mostly, and a lot of players slipping on the surface. And so half time here, it's Bartus Tree 0, Leamington Hibs 0. Away quickly by the visitors at the start of the second half, but won and lost. And Neil goes forward to the edge of the penalty area, low shot, and that's deflected. There's a chance for Mann, deflected, kicked away by Jones, I think that is, helping out in defence. Good start to the half by the hosts. Shemwell slipping the ball inside to Neil. Neil back to Shemwell. He goes up the line. Burrows right foot cross, and that's knocked in straight away by New right at the start of the second half, and it's 1-0 at last to Bartus Tree. Clark throwing it to Hibbard and receiving it back. Two of them working the ball between them. Ellis back again to Clark, and he'll shove it left towards Price. Lots of time. He's not hurried at all. Plays the ball out towards the left, and the ball's got through to New. New now cutting in. Overcomes the ball, and that's cleared very well by the defender. I think that's Corrigan again involved. Taken short, and Neil will clip in the ball towards the far post. There's a header down. It's swiped away by... Now then, what's the referee going to decide on here? And so we have a penalty, and Lewis Mann is going to take it for the hosts. And he's hit that hard to the goalkeeper's left, and it's 2-0. Francis is fouled by... Oh, and there's a headbutt. That's naughty. That's Francis being held off by his own players there, and that could be another problem for the visitors. To take the free kick for Bartus Tree, and really the competition has gone out of this game. It's just a matter of the visitors trying to keep out the home side now till the end. New tries a shot, that's a good shot, and that's a really good save by Marshall, tipping it over the bar. Good shot by New. There goes Mann getting in front of Corrigan. Corrigan battling hard to keep the home centre forward and top scorer out. And the ball comes to Burrows inside to New. New squares it. Hibbard tries a shot that's nodded over his own bar by Guest. And he loses the ball. Burrows for New. Lots of space now for the home forwards, of course. In comes the ball. Thomas nearly gets a touch. The goalkeeper grabs it. Lawrence now on a bit of a hiding to nothing, probably. To Thomas. Back to Hibbard. Burrows. Lots of time on the ball now for the hosts, of course. A two-man advantage here. And Shemwell gets in the little cross. It's nodded clear by Corrigan. Ellis's shot is a tremendous one. That's a good save by Marshall, diving to his right. Ellis's best effort of the game so far. Corner by the hosts. It's played towards Ellis. Ellis lets it go, and there's Hibbard. Left foot clipped shot just over the left-hand angle. Ball's broken for Ellis, but cannons off to his players, and in comes the low cross, but That's cleared by Corrigan and forces his way past Hibbard, but it's given away by the visitors again. The ball's played left. That's a nice play by Weaver. Good feet. Ellis, left side to Shenwell. He's onside. Gets in the low cross. There's a shot by Hibbard. It's blocked by the keeper, and Hibbs escaped this time. Now there's a chance for Wilson. He's got... Oh, the ball's been played to Bloomer. Back it goes. McAndrew's working hard, and he's won it back, and there's a shot by Guest. And that ball is dropping way over the bar. Lucas to take this free kick now for the visitors. A bit of respite, really. At least they're not chasing in defence. Out comes the keeper. He's knocked out of the way by O'Driscoll. Wow. The ref didn't see it. It's cleared. Kept in play by Smith. Burrows. Now there's a break on here. There's a few visiting players who are not able to get back, but it's played poorly. Corrigan. It's going to be offside now. Yes. Ellis. The ball's given away. And Bloomer getting involved. Price to Shenwell. Inside it goes to Thomas. Thomas to Hibbard. The way it is at the moment, it doesn't look very much as though Hibbs have only got 9 men on the field. Ellis goes right. Good chasing by Leamington. Burrows moving forward now. Getting it out to Shenwell again. Inside to Hibbard. Good position by him, but he can't take the ball. And Hackett gets it left to Bloomer. Bloomer. Good feet. Guest. Back it goes to Lucas. Beats the challenge. And squares it. Now the 9 men are knocking the ball around. Corrigan. A really good game. Gets past one challenge. And this time he's tackled by Shenwell. Now that ball is broken for Wilson. Wilson tries a shot, and it's palmed down by the keeper. Ellis to Shenwell. Hibbard. And Weaver gets past O'Driscoll and cuts inside. He's still got the ball. He's got to try a shot. It's a low shot, and the goalkeeper takes it at full stretch on the ground. Clark's throw when he finds the ball and retrieves it from behind the Matt Smalley Carpentry sign. Yeah, the game is that boring. I'm reading the advertising hoardings. Ellis gets the ball back and it's swung to left back Shenwell. The ball's played out towards Weaver. Weaver clipping the ball towards the far post. It's headed wastefully over the crossbar. Ball is swung left-footed. Now the ball's gone all the way through to Burrows. Now there's a chance for the host surely to make it 3 into the middle, and they've missed it. And it's Smith who can't get onto it. Weaver does get onto it and manages to get up. He's got support from Clark. Clark gets in the cross. Burrows is beaten to the ball by Lucas, and he hits it long. It takes a bit of a deflection, but it finds Wilson. Tries to keep hold of the ball. Does well actually. Gets it to Corrigan. To McAndrews. Low ball, that's intercepted. Hibbard gets it out to the left-hand side and Shenwell again. Ball's intercepted by McAndrews. He did really well, and the ref has given the handball. And the ball is broken. And that's Smith going across. That's a great tackle by Corrigan, though. Really good tackle. It's Corrigan here, limping away. He's had a really good game as well for the visitors, and he's needed to. Up goes Thomas, gets his head to the ball. There's a first time pass towards Weaver, gets his head to it, but back to the goalkeeper. Thomas left to Hibbard, that's quite neat. And he gets it back. Out it comes to the left hand side and Weaver. Weaver has got Shenwell inside him, but he keeps possession. After the challenge from McAndrews, in comes the low ball. There's a chance for Ellis, and there's the shot. Oh, and somehow the ball has taken a nasty bounce, and the goalkeeper did really well to get a touch on it, and it's a corner. The visitors knocking the ball around at the back. Lucas, always comfortable in possession, of course. O'Driscoll manages to avoid a challenge. Price gets a touch on that, and back it goes from Clark to his goalkeeper. Hardly involved at all in this second half, of course. Out it comes to Shenwell, and he'll probably use Hibbard. Good space by him. Inside it goes again to Ellis. But well won by McAndrews, and Thomas receives it. Out to the right. Smith back to Ellis. Ellis has Shenwell on the left hand side. Good covering by Hibbs to Weaver. Weaver taking on the defender. The low shot, and there it is, 3-0. And that's Weaver who accepts the congratulations. The game over here. Bartus 3, Leamington Hibbs 0, and it's taken an awful long time in the second half for the hosts to make a two-man advantage. Tell, 2 players sent off, Jones and Francis for the visitors early in the second half. First incident, of course, resulted in a penalty which was put away by Louis Mann, and the first goal was scored by New just after half-time, and the final goal was Weaver's in the final seconds. 3-0 then to Bartus. Game over.
Into the West Midland Regional League now, and starting with the Premier Division. Where else can I start but the league leaders, Wolverhampton Sporting? A 5-0 win at home to Stoneold Alanians last Saturday, surpassed somewhat by their victory on Wednesday night. They were away at Wellington Amateurs. It finished Wellinghams 0, Wolves Sporting 11. I would say at the moment, Sporting are looking invincible at the top of the table. Plenty of goals this week. Wolves Casuals lost 3-2 at Bilston Town last Saturday, and then they beat Wensfield 6-0 in midweek. And this is after Wenny had beaten Dudley Sports 4-3 last weekend. Who says football is unpredictable? Into Division 1 of the West Midland Regional League, Jumpers for Goalposts were back at the Paycare ground as Darliston Town 1874 maintained their unbeaten record against Gornal Athletic. So a draw there for Darliston, still maintains that unbeaten record. They're in fourth. Leaders Team Dudley were also held by Tipton Town. Very, very tight at the top. And I think that one could be a really good one throughout the season. No one's going to pull away. Into Division 2, the West Midland Regional League. Sea Hunters, we said last week, they won every game. They were away at third place Wolverhampton United. Didn't have it all their own way. They did win for the 10th successive, made it 9 out of 9. I'm giving them a win already. 9 out of 9 with a 2-1 win there. So they are very much the ones to catch. AFC Bilbrook were the big winners. First time we've mentioned them on the programme. They beat AFC Broseley 6-2. Good setup at Bilbrook if you ever get the chance to go and see it. Just off the Wobaston Road in Wolverhampton. Really impressive facilities. We'll try and get there one of the days as well, just to show you around what they have there. Into the East Midland Counties League, and we've got new leaders again. Every week we seem to have new leaders of the East Midland Counties League. This week it's Teversall. 2 wins for them has meant they take over the top. Blaby and Whetstone Athletic were top on Saturday, but their game in midweek was called off. Gave Teversall the chance to take over at the top. That one, if we could see each week a new leader, I believe. On to this weekend now, and we start with the FA Trophy. It's the competition for the senior non-league sides, and I must say it's non-league day on Saturday. No Premier Division, no Championship games. Loads of clubs are putting on special events on Saturday. Persuade all your mates that might go down the Molyneux, Villa Park, St Andrews even, perhaps, and even those that occasionally go to the Hawthorns. Just get them to a non-league game. There's some absolute crackers this weekend, and I think once they're there, you know what's going to happen. They won't go back to watching boring Championship and Premiership football. Back to the FA Trophy. 2 ties really stand out for me. Belper Town at home to Alfchurch. Belper fresh from that 4-4 draw at Cleethorpes. Could be an interesting one there. And Chasetown against Market Drayton. Market Drayton will have a new manager in place. The belief is, yes, they will, after sacking Martin Davis this week. You know what tends to happen. New manager comes in, new broom. You know, they start as though, you know, what's been the problem? Here we go, and start winning. Could be a difficult tie, that one, for Chasetown. Into the evo-stick Premier Division. It's the number 9 derby. Now, you may not have heard of the number 9 derby. Why is it the number 9 derby? Because the number 9 bus travels between Halesowen and Stourbridge. It's a huge game at Amblecote, with the biggest crowd of the day by far in the Midlands. Stourbridge near the top of the table, Halesowen rock bottom. It's a local derby. It could be a very, very tasty affair. Hensford Town will be hoping for a 3rd win on the trot. Let's see the highlights from their win in midweek at home to Matlock Town. Onto the Total Motion Midland Football League now, and in the Premier Division, leaders Coleshill Town travel to Lye. Could be a difficult game for Coleshill. We've been saying this every week. Let's see highlights of their game on Monday evening when they took on Quorn at Pack Meadow. Coverage courtesy of Mark Brooks.
Okay, Quorn come forward now. Oh, that's lovely. And that's a great goal. And Quorn take the lead. And that was a lovely back heel. Oh, he's got there for Ginge. Can this be two? Oh, he's hit the post. And Ginger's got the ball. Magic Man, Dean Rathbone, has a look up. That's a lovely ball. It's superb. Oh, he's missed it. Done it. Oh, what a great chance. Oh, Gardner with the initial miss, and then Danny Timon slices it wide. Oh, what a magic ball from the Magic Man himself, Dean Rathbone. Here's Joe Cole. Still Joe Cole to Reese Leake. Oh, what a great save! Yes, and Matty Gardner has pulled it back for Coleshill. It's now 1-1. Can they go on to get a winner? Gardner. Oh, it's come forward. Oh, it's pounced over. Leake. It's a Magic Man. It's Raff. Oh, it's just gone wide. Oh, Raff. Oh, it's Ryan Edmonds. I didn't even see him come on. Edmonds. Oh, what a save. Oh, well, Edmonds makes an immediate impact. And he gives it to Ryan Edmonds. Oh, that's a foul. But his referee allows play to go on because Jesse Race has the ball. Here's Reese Leake. Oh, brilliant by Leake. Can he get a cross in? It's a low cross. Yes! It's Matt Gardner again. And Coleshill Town have turned this game around. Absolutely superb from Reese Leake. And Matt Gardner is in the right place at the right time, like all good centre forwards should be. 2-1 now to Coleshill Town. Oh, great tackle. And it's Reese Leake. Can he finish? Oh, Russell makes a good save, and oh no.
So that was another win for Coleshill at home to Quorn. Now, Coventry United went into their game in midweek on the back of 3 straight defeats. Here are the highlights from their game at Long Eaton United, courtesy of Coventry United TV.
Plays it back to Morris, who sends it upfield. Nodded on by Dave Molly. Apoku will give chase into the area. Aaron Apoku battles with the defender. Forces towards the left-hand side. Benjamin tries it himself, and that's parried away by the goalkeeper. Benjamin looking to make an immediate impact on his Coventry United debut. Fired away by Rickford, only as far as Glasgow in the midfield for Coventry United. Bills are offside against Apoku. Referee doesn't want to know. Benjamin. Down line to Hudson. Cuts in from the left. Tries it himself! Oh, that would have been an incredible goal. Just didn't quite dip enough. Well, could you have imagined if that ball flew into the net? That would have been goal of the season from Lewis Hudson. And for a minute it looked like the goal was exactly where it was headed. I don't think Lewis Hudson's actually scored for Coventry United before. What a way that would have been to score your first. Benjamin taking on Biofo. Hudson, low cross, looking for Aaron Apoku, cleared easily by Smith. Laid off to Tommy Glasgow on the edge of the area. Aaron Apoku stabs it wide. Decent position for Aaron Apoku, but he couldn't put the chance away. There's a free kick now given against Coventry United. A shove to the ground, quickly taken. Will Coots, space out where for Scanlon, can find him. Coots lays it off to Gamblin. Now it's with Scanlon. Covered up by Jones. But he can still get the cross away. He can, and not into the goal. It's offside though, it won't count. There's a cracking, glancing header from Andy Todd. But the flag was immediately up on that far side. And Rich Morris just smiles. He knows that flag wasn't there to save him. United would be 1-0 down. but take nothing away from Todd. It may not count, but it was a great header. Clears it, nodded on by Lewis Rankin. Aboka can't take it around McKeever, but Rankin into the area now. Dave Molly, it's surely got to be! It's a brilliant save! Dave Molly one-on-one, tried to sneak it in at that near post, but Scott Lowe somehow getting both hands to it and keeping it out. So Eaton on the attack for one of the very few times in this match so far, starting the second half very well. Smith, and the first effort on goal was not a bad one at all, drags right at the far post, the first legal effort on goal after that disallowed strike in the first half. But Long Eaton have already made a drastic improvement in the second half. We've barely had 60 seconds. Molly, now Benjamin in a little bit of space on the left hand side, quickly closed down by Bofo as Benjamin tries to cut in, lays it off at Glasgow. Will he shoot? He turns and shoots, and blocked by McKeever, but picked up by Gift Musa halfway into Long Eaton territory. Opoku shrugged the defender to the ground. Aaron Opoku tripped. Penalty kick, says the referee. Well, the Long Eaton players are absolutely incensed, but Aaron Opoku was tripped by Tom Gamblin. The number 8 got nowhere near the ball. And there was only ever going to be one result. Well, the two men that matter at this moment in time stand eye to eye in the penalty area. In goal, Scott Lowe. On the penalty spot, Aaron Opoku. The referee blows the whistle. Opoku steps up, and Aaron Opoku gives Coventry United the lead. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Aaron Opoku gives Coventry United a 1-0 advantage at Grange Park. That's Long Eaton on the attack. Ryan can't control on the edge of the penalty area. Now Cox gets it away with Lewis Hudson sprinting down the left-hand side. Usain Bolt, eat your hearts out. Opoku's in support, plays it down line for Aaron Opoku, overlapped by Lewis Hudson. Opoku tries to cut in. Rankin, Opoku in the area. Aaron Opoku for 2, and he's got a second! Lowe got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out, and Aaron Opoku finds the net for the second time in a minute. Counter-attack perfection for the Red and Greens. Cox finding Lewis Hudson on the left-hand side. And Hudson made Usain Bolt look like your dad after a couple of pints down that left-hand wing. A surging run for the young left-back. Opoku got the ball, cut in, picked his spot and found it beautifully. Coventry United 2-0 up with 20 minutes left. Throwing taken, Barnett immediately wins it back. O'Grady to Musa, switches to the left-hand side for Lewis Rankin. Hudson's with him. Here is Hudson, closed down by Balfour. Into the area for Josh O'Grady, unmarked. Nice ball to Craig Reed across the face of goal! Dave Molly with an easy finish. The floodgates have opened. And Coventry United lead by 3 goals to 0. A beaming smile on the face of Dave Molly, and you can see why. 2 games, 2 goals for the former Liverpool man. And Craig Reed, a matter of seconds after coming onto the field, has got himself an assist. 5-man wall, or 6 if you include the Long Eaton player. That's deflected in. Tom Gamblin scores for Long Eaton United. It's not going to mean an awful lot to Gamblin and his teammates. But Morris's clean sheet is gone, and it's 3-1 at Grange Park. Took a touch of a United man on the way through. Normal service resumed for Coventry United. 3-1 victory, their first victory at Grange Park after a couple of 2-1 defeats last term. But the Red and Greens put the Demons of the last match behind them and get a solid and well-earned 3 points on the board in the Midland League Premier Division. A dominating first half ended in 0-0 for the Red and Greens bizarrely. The second half they started very slowly, inviting pressure from Leamington United. But as soon as they found that first goal, you knew it was going to be game over. And if anything, pretty much every shot United had in the second half either resulted in a stunning save or a goal. And the Red and Greens certainly look good and deserve their points. They can continue this form into a massive game against Rugby Town next week. We could be in for a magnificent spectacle. The final score here at Grange Park on this chilly October evening: Leamington United 1, Coventry United 3.
A good win there for Coventry, and has that settled the ship? I believe it probably will have done. They travel to Rugby Town in a game that promises to be a real cracker. Rugby in great form, and hard one to call that. Should be a really, really good game. Into the Midland Football League Division 1, and on Tuesday evening Walsall Wood had the opportunity to go top. Here are the goals from their game against Oxford Town, courtesy of Jumpers for Goalposts. So the Wood are now top of Division 1. They're there to be shot at by everyone else. They're at home again this weekend to Pershore Town. Now the Wood were in the news themselves this week. On Saturday they announced that Pershore Villa would be ground sharing here at the ML Safety Stadium for at least this season and possibly for longer. What it also means is Walsall Wood reserves have resigned from the Midland Football League Reserve Division. The manager of Walsall Wood Reserves has now taken over as first team manager at Pershore Villa, and I think the vast majority of players, his reserve players, have gone to Pershore. So I wish both clubs good luck, and particularly at Pershore. They've had a really torrid time, all sorts of issues at their ground with the local hoodlums causing all sorts of damage, and I think it's a good move for the club, and it's definitely a good move for football in this area, so good luck to them both. Elsewhere in Division 1, there should be goals at Heath Hayes. I say that every week, and generally there is. This week they're playing Atherstone Town. Neither side not exactly short on goal scoring options, so that one should be a great game at the Coppice Colliery ground. And also look out for Studley against Ilkeston Town at the Beehive. Saw Studley last week, very, very impressed. Ilkeston in good form, two sides in the top 5. Should be another good game in front of a decent crowd. The Ilkeston fans will travel in numbers to the B5. Should be a good afternoon. Into Division 2, one place as far as game of the week. It's at the Glades. Smithswood Firs in great form against Montpellier. Now these two sides met a few weeks ago in one of the Midland League Cup competitions, and it was a under-strength Montpellier that lost that one 4-0 at home. I'm sure they'll have a little bit of revenge on their mind, but more importantly it's a chance to keep tabs on leaders NKF Burbage. And Burbage travel not a million miles away from here. They're at Bloxwich Town, and on paper a very, very comfortable away win Thankfully, football's played on grass or on 3G. I'm not going to, diss the artificial pitches that we have in the league, but I know how tough a place Bloxwich Town can be to get 3 points. So again, another interesting game on Saturday. Into Division 3 of the Midland Football League. Plenty of cup games again this week. But the league fixture that promises the most for me is Ink Barrow against Birmingham Tigers. These two sides met in the President's Cup a few weeks back. It finished 3 apiece, went to penalties. They're both scoring goals. Could be a really, really good game. Now, I've got towards the end of the programme, and I've not mentioned FC Stratford yet. Well, it's FC Stratford time. They met Chelmsley Town last week in the Coventry Evening Telegraph Cup. Let's take a look at the goals. A great win there for FC Stratford, continuing this phenomenal run, and to beat Division 1 Chelmsley Town 4-0. I think it just shows how far they've come as a club. It'll be interesting to see how they get on. They're playing this Saturday. They're playing Gordon Athletic in the Birmingham Vars. So again, we'll bring new details of that one next week. As usual with the Midland Football League, lots and lots of reserves and under 21 football to watch. I'm going to start off with some highlights, as we do, with a game that took place in the Worcestershire Junior Cup. It's between Alvechurch Reserves and Evesham United under 21s. And if you want goals, keep your eyes peeled. came back from offside. Terrible.
Come on, offside, Lino!
Awful.
Come on, bad decision! Bad decision!
Came back from an offside position. I can tell you're a sheet.
Come on! Yes! Come on! Come on, man on!
They left 2 on 2 of them.
Oh! Bastards! Oh! Sam, you got to get that. Oh, yes! Come on, Josh! Hey. Oh, lovely, very nice.
Oh my God.
Quality. Come on, John. Tight.
Corners. You alright, Ian? He's big for him. Go on. Go on, keep making the ground.
Come on, Ewan. Come on, referee! Go
So a great game there, full of goals, and our intrepid reporter Mark Brooks travelled over to Stamford in Lincolnshire for an under-21 game between FCV Reds against Atherstone Town under-21s. Here are the goals.
Bo comes in, good header out. Oh, decent effort. Oh, what a save. It's CV Red's coming again. Shooting opportunity. Oh, good save. Oh no, it's gone in. And CV Reds take the lead. It's 1-0. Okay, CV Reds driving into the space. Good effort. Oh, what a goal. And it's 2-0 now. He had way too much space in the middle. Oh, Jack. Oh no. And oh, he's off the line. Well done by Ashthorpe. I don't think so. Here's Charlie Jones with the free kick. Comes in. Oh, it's straight to the keeper. Oh, you can't believe it. Good hold up play by Matt. Still going, left foot effort, surely. Oh, it's a good save. Oh, it's a great save. Oh, good save from Jack Armstrong. Superb stuff. Free kick, which Reese is going to take. Good ball in. Oh, he's unlucky. Oh dear. Oh, Matt's done well. And Canelli's finish. Oh, it's a great save. Unlucky. Cross comes in. Oh, and it's in this time, and it is 3-0 now. And, well, okay, it's a corner. Okay, it's Ellis. Oh, he's done really well. It's superb. Ganty's out wide. Give me Ganty. It's a brilliant ball. It's Nick Gant. Oh, he's unlucky. Oh, it's unlucky. Taking down this right side again. Oh, that's good skill. And it's 4-0. And that was a superb play by the number 7. And in possession. And CV Reds come again. Oh, good goal. Okay, it's a free kick. You concentrate on what you're doing, Hey, Lionel, you're meant to be concentrating on the game, not talking to them.
Into the West Midland Regional League and in the Premier Division, it's a big game at the top of the table. Wolves Sporting winning everything in front of them, taking on third place Tividale at Hazel Lane. Tivy have had a couple of mixed results in the last couple of weeks, but expected to be near the top of the table as the season progresses. We all know what Wolves Sporting did in midweek. Should be a really, really good game, and I think it'll be a decent test of Wolves Sporting on this one. And elsewhere, another good watch, I believe, will be Black Country Rangers against Wolves Casuals. Kazzy's had a poor start to the season in terms of league results, but have picked up that 6-0 win in midweek against Wentfield. Definitely sending a message to the rest of the sides in the Premier Division that they will mount a challenge. In Division 1 are the West Midland Regional League. It's second against third. Old Wolfrunians at home to Worcester Raiders. And a chance for both of them to... It's not so much a gap at the top to Team Dudley. It is so tight at the top of Division 1. And I think it's trying to get a few brownie points, get there, try and close the gap, take the lead if you can. Should be a good game between second and third. Into Division 2 of the West Midland Regional League. Can Seek Hunters make it 10 out of 10 this week, even though I've already said it earlier in the programme they'd won 10. They have won their first 9 this week. FC Darliston are the visitors to Aston University Sports Ground. You wouldn't bet against Seek Hunters winning that one. And 5th meets 2nd at Bewdley Town. It's Bewdley Town Reserves at home to Warstone Wanderers. Nice place to watch football on the banks of the Severn. Been there on numerous occasions, and it's a good afternoon. And if you want to go, you want to go shopping in Bewdley, have a walk along the Severn, then watch a bit of football. Bewdley Town Reserves against FC Darliston is the one for you. Into the East Midland Counties League now. A number of cup games this weekend. So a restricted league programme. Leaders Teversall host Barrow Town. But the game of the week for me is 6th against 2nd. It's Kimberley Miners Welfare at home to Blaby and Whetstone Athletic. Blaby were league leaders last Saturday. Game called off in midweek. They would expect to win that one. But Kimberley at home are a difficult proposition. And that's it for Jumpers for Goalposts number 4. I can't believe this is the 4th programme that we've put together. Thanks very much for all of your kind comments during the week, and thank you for your contributions. I would urge you, please get more and more contributions into us. At the moment we are chasing clips, chasing highlights. Get your goals in, and if you are at a game, film the goals for both sides, not the goals from just the one team, because to be honest, in a programme like this, it's not exactly even-handed, is it? Which is why certain clubs' highlights haven't been shown, because I've only got goals from the one side. As usual, I'm going to leave you with the goal of the week, and it's getting a little bit monotonous, Mr. Cowley. It's a cracker from Jason Cowley from Bromsgrove Sporting. Until next week, ta-ra.
Okay, you're all right.